Hi, and welcome to the third part of this lesson for Lonnie Johnson's Blues in G. We're going to go into the second verse of the song, and I'll just play it for you one time, and then we'll break it down just like we did last time. Made a mistake there, kind of hesitated, was thinking too much, but for the most part that is the second verse. It starts out with this real cool Lonnie Johnson riff. I've got an open third string, then I'm going to slide from the second fret of the third string to the fourth fret, and then really vibrato, hold that note, third fret of the second string. Then he does it again, a little quicker. So the first time is real slow. So without the bass, it's like this. So that bend, not too much. Back to the third fret of the second string. The bend is on the fifth fret of the second string. So he goes back and forth between the fifth fret and the third fret. Another bend. Back to the third fret of the second string. Fourth fret of the third string. Open. So the whole first riff without the bass. Whoop. Now all along, it sounds to me like he starts out with the bass like this. Going 6, 4, 6. That's how I play it. Then he goes without the bass. Then he comes back into the monotonic bass on the open fifth string. So let's play that whole thing. Whoops, let me do that again. So here you've gone so third fret of the first string, first fret to the third fret of the second string, again first fret of the first string, back to that third fret of the second string, and then the G, third fret, open. So the whole lick. Now right there you can do just a G, or you can go G to G7 by just putting your first finger up there. Now notice as I'm playing this, I'm picking more than just the first string. I'm picking the second string and sometimes the third string. Picking it really hard to get those strings to ring out. So let's play that first part one more time. There I'm mixing in the alternating bass, coming down on the open fourth string. You can do that at any time in the song and it really sounds pretty good. And then we're going to this lick, playing it a little differently. So this is where I have the pinky on the third fret of the first string, first finger on the first fret of the second string. And then I'm moving to where I have this chord. My first finger is on the first fret of the fourth string. My second finger is on the second fret of the third string. Whoops, let me make sure I get that right. I'm thinking too much. Actually, my second finger is on the second fret of the second string. my ring finger is on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and my pinky is on the 1st fret of the 3rd string. You get that? So the whole riff is like this. Boom, kind of stops right there. And then he does this little riff. Let me play that whole thing. Now we're doing the same thing we did in the last verse, where I get the open 5th, and then I'm putting the ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and we go into a similar thing. Open 4th, 2nd fret of the 4th string, open 5th, 2nd string, fretted with my ring finger at the 3rd fret. This time, the second time, we get the open 3rd string. Whoops. Get that again. Then he does it real quick before going back into the 7th, or the G chord, with the monotonic bass. So let me play that again from this part. He stops right there, my fault. Then he goes into this. Exactly the same as the last verse, but this time he does something a little different. Instead of going like this, he starts on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string and goes back and forth between that and the 1st fret of the 1st string. Bends again. And that's how he wraps up the 2nd verse. Let me play it through one more time, real slow. And that is the end of verse number 2 for Blues in G.